My name is John Costa. I'm the CEO of RePubIT, an interactive ePub3 prototyping studio. If I were to define us in a few sentences, we republish your static training and performance support material as an interactive mobile ePub3. It's optimized for real-time skill attainment tracking and validating learning, especially in social collaborative learning environments. So when we say republish, we mean redesign, enhance, or augment to maximize efficacy in a mobile environment. The truly groundbreaking concept, though, is our adaptation of the ePub3 standard, enabling socialization, mentoring, and real-time help from within the document. In this segment of our series on the case for interactive EPUB, we'll take a look at a prototype ePub3 on worker safety and injury prevention. Through instrumentation of the standard ePub3 and insertion of interactive widgets for communication and assessment, the ePub3 reader now has 3 new game-changing capabilities. First is saving experiential data about the reading experience, like opening the book, time spent on each page, viewing of links, audios, videos, slideshows. Second, saving data analytics necessary to determine the true comprehension of the content through carefully designed and built-in assessments and analysis of the reading experience. And third is the two-way communication channel that is open, allowing mentorship and real-time social exchange regardless of your reading locale. Readers simply interact with their training EPUB, and on their dashboard view, they see data accumulate showing their ongoing mastery of the subject matter. So features like badging and leaderboard summaries can incent and even spark a competitive spirit in the learning process. A quick request for assistance or coaching from right within the ePub3 can alert their mentor, triggering a meeting or an interactive support session immediately. Now let's have a look. I'm opening an MVP in the ePub3 Chrome plugin called Redium. This was developed by the Redium Foundation and IDPF, who are the creators of the ePub3 specification. A widget, which is a fully functional mini-app, can be placed and operated within an EPUB. To demonstrate this concept, we have created a mini EPUB reader and placed it on page 3 of the host book. The sample pages have their own set of navigation, audio, login ID, and bookmark controls. As I open the book, communication begins. It first asks me for my name or ID. This particular book inquires about my reading context. Am I prepping alone, with a mentor, as performance support during a simulation, or during a post-training debriefing session? The moment the ePub3 opened, the book began monitoring our activities within. It's logging our current page, our time, our duration. And we've enhanced the highlighting function to allow color-coded comments to be saved, logged, and summarized for future use by the learner and the trainer alike. This particular example monitors comments like, I confirm, I disagree, I require assistance, this is critical information, I require additional resources, I've mastered a topic, and of course cancel. Each of these statements in its highlighted context is stored as verification of your studies. The request for assistance may trigger a meeting invite or just as easily a live mentoring session. From an accessibility standpoint, or simply as an audiobook option, read-along can be activated at will or as an auto-preference for every page.
Opening hopper car gates. Many mines ship their product via rail, and there are many stressful tasks associated with work in rail yards. One such task is opening the gates of a hopper car.
Next page ends the audio from the previous page. We'll add a few more comments in here. I'll comment on OSHA regulations being a critical item, and using a jackhammer will require additional resources. And I will definitely confirm lower back stress associated with manual pin removal. We'll click on next page, and the first thing we'll do here is we'll change the mode of my training. I'm going to leave my name and login ID the same, but I'll change the state of training to in a debriefing. Later, when we look at the statements in the server, we'll see this transition. We'll add a few more comments here, so we've got a nice data set to review in the dashboard. And then we're ready to take a quiz. Brief and periodic review and assessment are critical to the new mobile training model. On this page, we demonstrate a simple vocabulary list with pop-up definitions. And at the bottom, we've got a simple true-false quiz. We'll answer no to each of these, and we'll submit the answers to the system. Now, this is the true game changer. All the analytics we just collected from our EPUB session can be filtered, sorted, tallied, and merged with other data sets to create powerful learning analytic reports for trainees, mentors, and key stakeholders. A quick refresh and we'll set our date range for the reporting. The top diagram tallies activity volume by day. These donut charts break down each ePub3 activity into its unique verb, activity type, and the activity name or details. The Learning Records view shows each statement sent to the server from the EPUB. Each shows a user ID, the action verb in gold, the activity details, each with a timestamp used to calculate durations. I will scroll to the beginning of the reading session at the bottom and step us back through it. Here we launch the RePubIT prototype and initialize a reading session with a mentor. You can see the highlight comments of content mastered or considered critical or disagreed with. We spent 1.4 minutes on page 1. Then open page 2, activating the voice track, and remain there for 15 seconds. On page 3, we commented again with a mentor for just over half a minute. Then we modified our session to indicate that we were now in a debriefing. And after a request for assistance and a few additional comments, we submitted our quiz answers. The timeline displays a calendar view where tallies or specific requests can be color-coded and inserted into a schedule. The timeline details below show an alternate way to display all or a filtered list of the comments and statements. The Verb Cloud view ties in our instructional design methodologies tightly. It shows the various action verbs generated within the EPUB mapped against Bloom's taxonomy's action verb set. Calculations based on the learning level and frequency generates a learning power index. The Cloud view displays these same action verbs in circles of increasing diameter based on frequency. Another way to display the data in its aggregate is in the leaderboard presentation. Taking advantage of the benefits learned in gamification is the performance and progress-based badging view. And the most important takeaway is that the data can be combined with statistics from LMS systems, simulations, or manual input from trainers and mentors to create a complete picture of an employee's capabilities. So with that, I extend an open invitation to contact me directly. I love talking about new use cases and exploring new opportunities. Visit our website at www.repubit.com, and thanks for watching.